Hello my fellow AD carries and welcome to another episode of Eye into Diamond, the series in which I show you that Elo Hell does not exist. Currently we're sitting in Bronze 2 and today we're going to win this game by playing this very interesting challenger build that I've seen. So there's this player who pretty much played Misfortune as an ult bot. He took Presence of Mind and Ultimate Hunter, and his playstyle is completely centered around his ulti. We should not be going there, by the way. Alright, that's one way to burn a flash. So yeah, he pretty much just presses R whenever an enemy gets CC'd, and then he goes from there. So Dark Harvest plus Coup de Grace definitely helped there. You can see the rune page on the screen right now. So we get both runes that decrease our ultimate's cooldown, and we got full lethality. He's experimenting with builds a little bit recently, but this is the build he has been spamming in Challenger right now. Well, not right now, maybe a couple days ago. Currently he's experimenting with press the attack and stuff. But I don't care, I want to play this build. He used it to great effect, and so do I want to do it. Yeah, Pyke should be here in a second, and since this is way below my actual elo, I should be able to win even if Pyke is a complete idiot, which might be the case, who knows. After seeing his invade. I think we got a Shen support though. So the build is Ghostblade, and then he sometimes goes Edge of Night, or he goes Duskblade, so depending on how likely it is that his ulti can get interrupted. So I will go Edge of Night, simply to make sure that my ulti will go through, and that I don't get interrupted by anything. Also, the fact that we have an Amumu is... Oh, there are now minions. You never want to fight in the enemy minion wave, especially not at level 2. They do so much damage. Right, so yeah, definitely we get out ahead of how do you say this? We come out ahead out of this situation. Yeah, I think that's a nice way of phrasing it. And got our first first two Dark Harvest stacks even. By the way, ability order is Qmax, then Emax, then Wmax last. Qmax is good in lane, and you don't have the mana to afford Emax. Ooh. Poor girl Kai'Sa. Happens. She again made the same mistake, walked into her minion, or not walked into a minion wave, but got herself into a position where she can get hooked. And yeah, then she again is in our minion wave, which means no chance. Was questionable. He wanted to taunt us under tower, so we get tower aggro. But that didn't work. Let's go spend some money. Alright, so far so good. Got 2 Ultimate Hunter stacks, obviously. 3 Dark Harvest stacks. Yeah, I take it. This, get another longsword. Don't feel like buying boots right now. Or actually, yeah, we go Ghostblade first, so we can still buy longswords, no problem. We're pretty far ahead. I mean, also 15 CS ahead of Kai'Sa, which is essentially another kill in terms of gold. And by the way, I've been getting the question about skill order with Misfortune. So the thing is that Emax is generally the strongest, but it's balanced because it costs a lot of mana. So most of the time, or in most builds, you simply cannot afford to Emax. You don't have the mana for it, so you go Qmax instead with lethality builds. Except for if you go if you go for a corrupting potion start, or if you go mana flow band plus biscuit delivery, then you can afford Emax. to a certain degree. Or if you go Doran's Ring, maybe too. But then you're really giving up power for out of your... Or you take away power from your starting item, so Doran's Blade is just way more damage. So Emax generally strongest, but balanced because mana. So you go Qmax with most lethality builds. And if you are buying a Bloodthirster as your first item, or if you are going Lifesteal with Overheal, then you go for W max because of the synergies between W and shields. Or generally speaking, when you go for a crit build, you also go for W max. Because the extra attack speed really helps your DPS with crit. I'm not sure why this Kai'Sa still tries to fight me. She's 2 levels behind, there's no way she wins this ever. You need to pay attention to level power spikes, or disadvantage, or advantage. So, level 3 against level 5, you're definitely not going to win this. Even 1 level difference in lane makes a huge difference. Because the base stats you gain from the level up are, I think, worth roughly 500 gold. So, that's 1.5 kills, essentially, in terms of gold. And this is raw stats. You don't need to spend it or something, this is just stats that you gain. So yeah, don't want to fight in level disadvantage. And now I'm level 6, Kai'Sa's still level 3, and okay, I think she's just really tilted. Yeah, she's inting right now. If they surrender at 15, I cannot upload this, which sucks. Right. I got this, okay. Also Infernals on the map, we should take that. I'm a little bit out of mana here. Kai'Sa is so weak at this point that I think I can still take a plating. Actually my minions died too quickly. So I farm this wave and then I think I go back and buy. Maybe auto into R kills her, let's see. Barely. Block this, okay. That's alright, I can go back here, I don't have mana, and this could be a bait. I doubt it, but it could be. Right, and now I got my first item finished. Which means now I can actually steamroll. Because with 2,200 gold in your pocket, you're actually not doing anything. Gold is not worth any stats unless you go to the shop and spend it, convert it into items. So going back is actually quite important. What? He's just not respecting my power spikes. Or the amount of feet I have at this point. Or she might just be really, really tilted. That's also an option. Alright. Nobo on bot lane, so I can take some platings. Maybe we can do Infernal Drake, I don't think we need a Mumu. It would be better to have the jungler around for getting Drake, but he's not prioritizing it. I think we are so far ahead we can take it on our own. What was that? Let's wait for the Amumu to respawn. Meanwhile, we can pressure mid lane. It's also fine. It's really not the Kaiser's fault, to be honest. This is bronze. I'm pretty sure she just doesn't know how to play this properly. Oh, I thought the hook was going through. Unlucky. But he got stunned, I think. Yo, dude. Alright. I don't hate going back here. But also we should prioritize this Inferno. Actually... Let me finish boots. Also seems viable. So with more movement speed, especially in combat movement speed, I have more opportunity of getting into a good position from my ulti in a team fight. You can go for any other boots really, but I think with an ult focused build, Swifties are one of the better boots. All my autos got blocked. Don't want to get killed by cannon though. Also level 9. Has 3 kills. Oh no. I aimed that so poorly that I even had to flash. Still fine though. If only I had bought another control ward, we could take this 100%. The Mumu's not with us, so this might be risky actually. Okay, they're not here contesting. Alright, everything fine. That's good. We don't need to chase here, we can just take mid lane and it's okay. Alright, that was 1 Q. Taking away half a health. I got ulti in 10 seconds, maybe I can do something. Right, I got it. As soon as Amumu goes in, I just press R. That's the plan. Oh. Or maybe if Cho'Gath just gets a knock up, that's also worth ulting. Right, nice. But yeah, that's what I mean. My ult almost got interrupted, and with Edge of Night, that really cannot happen. At least not to this degree. SS in one-shot range for 1 auto. I'm too afraid of the cannon. Let me just bail. Actually, no reason to stay here. Alright, nice. And ult is back off cooldown as soon as I join this fight, or not this fight, this siege rather, or this push. Or really oh, we are fighting actually. right? When they're so low, you obviously don't need to ult. You can just press Q or cast an auto attack. Mumu, I need your ulti, buddy. Can't just waste it. That's fine. Oh, they're too far away. I got my Edge of Night in 2 seconds. We can definitely make something happen here. That's his flash. I need someone to land CC. Then they all die. Not sure why Amumu is split pushing. Oh well, he wasted his ulti, so he's actually not that valuable in team fights. Until his ult is back up. So cracking open this tower is actually quite difficult. We should be pushing bot or top lane right now. I really want to fight. Not sure if that was worth. Well, it was. I mean, I have Presence of Mind and Ultimate Hunter. I'm getting my ulti back rather quickly. It's okay. Healed too late. Don't want to get stunned by the Jax. Okay. Stupid plants. Right. They're very low, so we can't take this tower here while they are at base. Especially with Cho'Gath's Demolish, that should be possible. Right, now we retreat and take this dragon. Take the free stuff, win the game. As soon as they are not defending an objective, you just take it. In case of this tower, they couldn't defend it because they were too low. And as far as this dragon is concerned, they don't have vision, right? Yeah, they don't. And they're still too far away, obviously. Do I have enough money for my... not quite, need 300 more gold. And I got my ulti, so maybe we can make a play. Just need to get a good engage going. With Ocean Drake we can pretty much siege indefinitely. They just need to land something. Alright, almost. The crucial part here was dodging the Zyra knockup. Oh, I got blue buff, nice. It's getting a little bit iffy. Let's help the Kale. If we can. Alright, never mind. I really need to base. Way too much money. Again, I have my ult backup in 5 seconds. And as soon as my ult is up, I really want to make a play. That's what it's all about. Yeah, but now we're doing so much damage. A last Whisper item as a third item is always optimal with the Lethality build. It's the most damage you can get. Even against squishy targets. Oh, they're just getting mauled, okay. Yeah, we are grouped, they are not, even without me. They die one by one, so it doesn't matter. That's not worth my ulti. She's dead anyway. I think that's the game. But yeah, this build works especially well with high crowd control teams. Bronze 2 plus 20 LP. We're slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. And yeah, nice damage. The Zyra was surprisingly effective. Well, she has a lot of poke damage, so that kind of inflates the value. But yeah, easy hard carry. Obviously, the poor Kai'Sa, she's just bronze. I mean, it's not her fault. And 1,800 damage with Dark Harvest in a 21-minute game, that's quite the number. Alright, if you want to see how to play Misfortune with the Emacs that I was talking about earlier, then you can click on the link on your screen right now. A big thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. If you want to become a Patreon yourself, just go to patreon.com/mfdb.